give you 4 plays that I'm looking at for tonight. Give you 1 play from each game. We got 4 games on the schedule tonight. Let's get right into it. First game I'm looking at is Toronto versus Washington. We're looking at Pascal Siakam for Toronto. We're looking at his points prop is 23.5. As you can see, he smashed his prop 7 out of his last 10 games. No matchup against Washington this year. The thing you gotta look out for is Washington is very decent defensively. They're pretty middle of the road on some categories, but some of the categories that matter: 3-point percentage allowed, 3 points, 3-pointers allowed, field goal percentage allowed. They are decent. They are not a bad defensive team. So you have to take all that in consideration. He's hot, but is he going to stay hot against Washington? We'll have to see. Second play I'm looking at is coming from the Dallas versus Philadelphia game. We're looking at Kyrie Irving. His point prop of 23.5. Over his last 3 games, he has not played well. Point-wise, and if you look at the game, they're not just playing good as a team right now. Now, he's smashed his prop 6 out of his last 10 games, but as I say, his last 3, he hasn't come close to going over 23.5, except in one of those games. Philadelphia's decent against the shooting guard position. I think Embiid is still out. This is a back-to-back for Philly. You have to take all that into consideration. So if you're going to go over, you're going to go under. There's a lot of information to go through here. I think he's one of the better plays to look at. Minus 125 in the books to go over, minus 105 books to go under. Third player I'm looking at is Miles Turner, Indiana versus San Antonio Spurs. One of the worst defensive teams in the league. People just destroy them, annihilate them, kill them. We're looking at Miles Turner's point prop for the night of 19.5. You see in the books, he's minus 125 to go over, minus 105 to go under. He's went over in 7 out of his last 10. The spread on the game is Indiana about 5 on the road. Take all that into consideration. How this game's going to play out. Is he going to get enough looks? Is he going to get enough playing time? No previous games against San Antonio this year. So I do like him. You also look here against the forward position. San Antonio doesn't give up the over much. Let's look at the center position. Last game, they didn't give up, last 3 games, they haven't given up the over to the center. So you got to look at all of that. You got to take all that into consideration. But he's a player I'm looking at who we can go either way on this one. We just have to, figure out which way we're going to go. And the last player I'm looking at tonight is going to be Paul George, LA Clippers at Golden State. Golden State playing better than normal at home. They need every win to make it to the playoffs. George has crashed a prop of 22.5 points. He smashed it 4 games straight and 6 out of his last 10. Again, Golden State is not very good when it comes to defensive points allowed, 3 points allowed, free throws allowed. They're decent against a small forward. His last game against Golden State, he only had 20 points. So this is another play that I like. Can go either way. We just have to figure it out. Got to take consideration he's been hot for 4 games. You got to take into consideration he's playing on the road. You got to take into consideration who's going to be guarding him. Clay, Wiggins. So we have to look at all that. But I think he's one of the better plays. Minus 130 in the books to go over. Even number to take the under at 100. So those are a few plays I like. Get my premium plays over on Patreon. That's all I have for today. Go ahead and like, subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. And to the next video. Peace.